So something I've been thinking about lately is a line in The Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King when the the heroes have defeated Sauron's armies at the Battle of the Pelennor Fields, and they're now having to work out what to do next. And Gandalf gives some advice about drawing out Sauron, being bait, and thus clearing the way for Frodo and Sam. And Aragorn says something like, I trust Gandalf because if it hadn't been for him and all the work he'd been doing, we would have been defeated long ago. That got me thinking, well, what was Gandalf doing for all of those years, for hundreds of years? He was building relationships with the peoples of Middle-earth. He was conveying to them the seriousness of the situation. He was organizing them so that, and he was nurturing figures like Aragorn, like Frodo, for example, not just in it as a pawn, but actually investing in these people, treating them as people who he wants to see them flourish and develop virtues of mental, physical, and spiritual acumen, so that when the time came for action, he was able to draw on all of these people and mobilize them to get the best out of them to overcome Sauron. And if he hadn't done that kind of organizational work, if he hadn't planted those seeds hundreds of years in advance, if he hadn't been doing those things, then the free peoples of Middle-earth wouldn't have coordinated. They certainly wouldn't have been in the position that they were to beat Sauron at the Battle of the Pelennor Fields and, in time, see his overthrow with the destruction of the ring. So this is something quite important for us then. If we wanted to see real change in our society, oftentimes it's not something which can be affected in a short amount of space. It's going to require long hours, long years of doing things which don't seem politically expedient, investing in people, building cultures, connecting different organizations and groups together, even if they don't get on very well, so that when the time comes, you have that capacity, you have that ability to mobilize all these people so that they can make an impact. To me, that's very powerful and emphasizes the role of the organizer behind the scenes, the person who isn't necessarily in the limelight, the supportive role, who ultimately paves the way for victory.